All right, I want to bring you an updated video of my NZXT H440 first PC build that I did back in February. I have since made some changes, so I kind of want to show you some of the changes that I've made, as well as let you know my thoughts of this build now that I've had it since February and played some games on there, and just kind of give you my overview thought of this build, and if I recommend you guys having something very similar to it. So alright, here you go. This is my current PC setup now. Like I said, this is my first PC build. I've never built a PC before. I did a lot of research on parts and seeing what I should do for building a PC and everything. I was really nervous about building it at first, but after watching a lot of YouTube videos, it seemed pretty straightforward. It seemed easy enough, and it seemed definitely cost effective to go building your PC as opposed to going to a website and having them build it for you. Also, I found it very rewarding once I was finished having it built, and now that I use it all the time, knowing that I built this PC is definitely very rewarding. I'm very happy with this build. So let me give you a quick overview of the PC and what I have in there now and everything like that. So I went again with the NZXT H440 case. I'm really happy with the case. I like the looks of it. I like that it has the side window on there to show off the inside. It looks really good, especially with the red and black theme. The cooling on it is pretty good. I wouldn't say that it's bad. I wouldn't say that it's great, but it is does a decent job at keeping everything cool on the inside. My CPU usually gets up to about 55 Celsius when playing games, and then my GPU's about 70, maybe 75, depending on the game. But I think it's because I'm running SLI in there now, as opposed to just having a single graphics card. Also, I'm running Corsair Airflow 120 fans, the quiet version. So I think if you had the standard version or the performance version, you'd have a higher RPM on those fans, and it would definitely pull more air through and out, cooling it down a little bit more, but I went with the quiet. So the case is pretty quiet itself. It does have padding on the inside and everything to kind of keep the sound down, so it does a really good job at keeping the noise down. So even when I'm sitting here playing games without headphones and everything like that, it's still pretty quiet. And the living room is actually right behind me, so we don't, sitting on the couch, really don't even hear it running. So I am very happy with that. I do like it. So like I said here, it's an NZXT H440 case. Does have the side window. The air is getting pulled out through these vents right here, and then also have a Corsair 120 fan pulling air out the back. And then there's three 120 fans pulling air through a side vent right here. Pulls it in and sucks it out the back and through the top. So again, very happy with the case, the color, the cooling, and everything like that. Let me show you the outside before I open up the case and show you out here. Let me go ahead and wake this computer up real quick so you guys can see the monitors. When I originally built the computer back in February, I went with two Dell U2414h IPS monitors. I was very happy with them. I liked them. They looked great, had great color accuracy. They were only a 60 hertz refresh rate, but I was happy with the 60 hertz refresh rate. I haven't played any games really above 100, so I really don't know what I'm missing as far as 120 or 144 hertz refresh rate. But I did swap out one of the Dell monitors, and I put a Dell U2514H IPS monitor, but it's a 1440p resolution. And I will say I did notice a difference going up to 1440p, and I'm very happy that I did that. I was playing Witcher 3 maxed out, minus the hairworks, on my 1080p monitor, and I was getting about 60 frames, pretty solid, so I was very happy. But then once I upgraded to the 1440p, I dropped down obviously in frame rate and kind of was sitting about 35 frames per second, but I did want to stay pretty close to that 60 frames a second when playing games. So since I have thrown in a second GTX 970 in there. So let me go ahead and open up this case so you can see on the inside here what I have on the inside. Alright, so here's the inside of the case. Like I said, I threw in a second. I'm running an MSI GTX 970 Gaming for graphics cards. I'm very happy with the performance on these cards. For the cost and the performance, I guess you couldn't really get any better. I'm very happy with it. Especially having one for 1080p was very solid. Having one 970 was great, and then having two in SLI for 1440p was really, really good. So I do have red braided cables, connect them up, and just to kind of add to the aesthetics of the inside of the case. I am running a Intel i5 4690K processor. Being cooled by the Corsair H100i liquid cooler right there, and you can see the radiator I have mounted at the top and have the red ring fans up there pulling the air through it. They're the SP120s, and then the one in the back is an Airflow 120. And like I said, and then on the front side I have Airflow 120s. So I'm running Corsair Vengeance Pro 8GB RAM. I think eventually I'm going to upgrade to 16 down the road. But that will be down the road. I'm not going to do it at this moment. So I'm running a Samsung. You can see it down below the graphics card there. I'm running a Samsung 850 120GB SSD. And I will say, now that I've had this computer, I never had an SSD before, so I didn't know what the performance of it was. But I am very happy that I put an SSD in here. Very fast boot up time, loading times and everything like that. Great performance for having an SSD in there. I'm very glad that I went that route. I'm also, in the case behind this panel right here, I do have a 1TB Western Digital Black, where I do put most of my games and videos and pictures and stuff like that on there. So yep, so I'm very happy with this build. Like I said, I've had it now since February. I've played quite a few games on it and stuff like that. I played Witcher 3, Dying Light, Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, and Unity and stuff like that. Tomb Raider, the 2013 one, Skyrim modded out, with EMB and all that good stuff. And I am getting solid 60 frames per second running with the dual GTX 970s. I was running, like I said, running really great with the 1080p with one of them, solid 1080p card, but just going up to 1440p and throwing in that second one, I couldn't ask for better performance. It is absolutely amazing. I'm very happy with this build. Like I said, this was my first build, never built one before. Very straightforward. It was pretty easy to do. I've had no problems with it since, so I'm very happy with the build. So I recommend anyone trying to go with a very similar build. I think you'll be very happy with this build. You'll find that it's a very solid build, and you should have no regrets. I also added the red LED lighting in there. You can kind of see going around on the inside. So when the cover's on and at night, it looks really good, just glowing red and everything. And even the red lighting on the Corsair on the H100i there, it looks really good. So there you have it. There's just an updated video on my build. I just wanted to kind of show you what I've done to it, what my thoughts are. Again, overview, I'm really happy with the build, very happy with the looks, happy with the performance. Couldn't ask for any better, I guess, unless I was trying to go 4K or something like that, but I don't see myself going 4K in a while. So I hope you enjoyed it. For those that are getting ready to build a build very similar, good luck. And anyone on the fence about building one or just buying one, I definitely recommend building one yourself. You'll find it very more rewarding once you're finished. You'll learn a lot more about your PC, and you'll have what you want in there. So, all right, well, thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, y'all.